Hello, yogi friends. Welcome to class today. My name is Michelle and I'll be guiding you through this practice. As we begin our class today, I just want to remind you, if you have some props that you have around your house, you're welcome to use during class. I have a yoga mat, I have a bolster, or you can always use a firm pillow from your bed or a couch cushion or a couple of pillows. Also, it's nice to have a couple of yoga blocks and a blanket and also a strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, hi Iris, if you don't have a yoga strap like I have here, you can also use a necktie, a belt, or even a dog leash works just great. So any kind of long strap that you can use will be great. Think about joy in your life and maybe even keeping a gratitude journal every day, listing a couple of things that you're either grateful for or things that bring joy to you, or something good that happened that day, and keep your mind focused on the positive. All right, so we're going to begin today. You can sit in easy pose here on your bolster or just right on your mat. You can also kneel on your knees if you like that pose better. And we're going to begin with some arm stretches. So if you want, you can bring your blocks to either side of your legs. And we'll just begin by inhaling and reaching the arms up to the sky. Bring the palms together and exhale right through the center to your heart space. And again, inhale. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, fully let that air come all the way out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Next time we're going to inhale up. And we're going to exhale over to the right. So bring your right hand down and exhale the left arm all the way over. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Hand can come onto the block or all the way onto the floor. Inhale, right back up through center, arms up. Exhale to the left. Left hand comes down. Reach it over. Keep both your sit bones anchored down. Inhale, back up. Now we're going to move into a twist. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind you. Square up the shoulders. Look behind you if that's comfortable. And then we'll inhale. Take those arms all the way back up through the center. And we'll exhale to the left. Right hand on left knee, left hand right behind you. So bring it all the way back. Turn that head, square the shoulders. And let's inhale, bring the arms back up. Now as we exhale, we're going to take the arms behind our back. So you have an option here. You can place them on the floor and open the chest here, or interlace your fingers behind you and draw the elbows straight as you open and expand through the chest. And then we're going to exhale, gently release those arms, bring them back to the center. Go ahead and walk the fingers out onto the floor and round your spine. Just come into a nice easy fold. And inhale, slide those hands back. Engage the core to sit nice and tall. And let's start over. Inhale up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Sit bones stay anchored, shoulders down and back. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Head can be wherever it feels comfortable for you. You can look down or up. Exhale, twist to the right. And inhale, center. So really take your time with your breath. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. And let's exhale and bring those arms behind us. And again, hands on the floor, lifting the chest, or interlace the fingers. Straighten the elbows, squeeze the palms, lift the heart. And exhale, gently release. Hands come forward, walk those fingers, come into a forward fold. And inhale, go ahead and come back up. And we're going to switch our legs. So bring the other one forward, coming into opposite cross here, whatever you were at. We're going to do this 2 more times, but we're going to start on the left this time. So let's go ahead and inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take it to the left. Drop the right shoulder down, relax it as you open up. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, take it to the right. Inhale, center. Now we're twisting to the left. Exhale, right hand on left knee, left hand back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, take that chest expansion. If you're interlacing your fingers, switch, take the other finger on top this time. Reverse the grip. Exhale, draw the belly in, round through the spine. Take it into a forward fold. Last time, inhale, come all the way up. Take those arms up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back through. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, take that chest expansion. Remember, opposite finger on top if you're interlacing the fingers. And exhale, release, walk the fingertips forward, forward fold. And walk those fingers back. Inhale, lift all the way up. Very nice. Let's stretch the neck now. So we always tend to have a lot of tension in our neck and upper back area. So just let your shoulders drop down and relax, sitting nice and tall. So draw the belly in to keep your spine nice and supported. Exhale, chin to your chest. So notice I'm just dropping my chin down. I'm not hunching through the shoulders or collapsing in my spine. So chin to chest. Inhale, we're going to take the right ear to the right shoulder, lift the chin. Exhale, bring the chin all the way back down to the center. Inhale, take left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, bring it down. So just move with your own breath. And I want you to go slow here. Notice how your neck is feeling. Do you feel a lot of tightness, tension? Just allow this movement to release some of that. Let it go. Exhale as you go forward. Inhale deeply as you come to the side. All right, let's go ahead and take our right ear to our right shoulder now. So we're going to hold it here. So we're just bending to the right. If you would like a little bit more sensation, take your left hand, place it on a block, fingertips on a block, or all the way to your floor or bolster. Lengthen it out so you feel a lot of space here between the shoulder and the ear. And then you can take your right hand and take it all the way up, bend your elbow, and place the hand on the side of the head. And we're not pulling on our neck, we're just resting the hand here just to give us a little bit more extra. Deep breath. So we never ever want to come to a place where we create pain in the body, especially if you have an area in your body that's healing, that you're taking care of. Be mindful and honor yourself. Now we're going to inhale, lift the hand, turn the chin now towards the right shoulder and down towards your chest. If you want, you can put your fingertips on the back of your skull. Again, you're still sitting tall, so if you've noticed hunching down, realign, lift up, chin down. You should feel this down through your shoulder blades. Deep breaths. And take one more deep breath in. On your exhale, release the right hand down, chin comes back down, and bring the head back up. And now we'll just take our left ear over to our left shoulder. Again, the shoulders are relaxed, sitting tall. Start to let that head just relax down. And this time you can walk your right fingertips out onto the block or floor as you extend and lengthen through that right side. And then if you'd like, you can take the left arm, reach it up, bend the elbow, hand on the head. Again, just resting it there. Close your eyes, take deep breaths. Just imagine the tension flowing out of your body. On your next inhale, lift your hand, tuck your chin now towards your left shoulder, left and towards your chest. Fingertips come onto the back of your skull. Still sitting nice and tall, so keep your belly pulled in. Keep that core engaged. Deep breaths. And let's take one more deep breath in. On your exhale, release the left hand, chin comes back down through the center, and then lift the head up. And let's go ahead and look up, and exhale down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Let's do one more of these, working all the tension out of our neck. Head comes back to center. Now let's just look over the right shoulder. So our shoulders don't move, our body doesn't move, and we look like we're trying to look behind us. And inhale back to center. And exhale over the left shoulder. Look back. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. And let's do one more on each side. Inhale, center. Very nice. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead and come onto our hands and knees now. So go ahead and move your blocks out of the way. And let's take our bolster, bring it to the top of our mat so we can use it if we choose, or if you have your pillow or even a blanket. Any of those items will be perfect if you choose to use them here. So we're going to move into, let's first start here in a regular cat-cow. So we have our hands, our fingertips spread open, and our wrists, elbows, and shoulders are stacked, and our knees are right below our hips, and our hips are about hip width apart. And from here, tabletop, we're going to inhale, lift the sit bones and the tailbone up as we lift and open the chest and chin. And then exhale, draw the belly in, tuck your tailbone under, and drop your chin to your chest. So feel the opening through the shoulder blades, tucking the tail. Inhale, cow. Start nice and easy, maybe not going to your maximum yet. Exhale, cat, just nice, easy flow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. This movement is so good for the spine. It's articulating each vertebra one at a time, articulating the spine. And let's do one more. And exhale, come to your flat back. So we're going to start now. We're going to do a few more cat-cow, but we're going to take a little bit of a variation here by extending our right leg out. Now we're going to take our cat-cow with our leg extended. Inhale. Or exhale as you round through for your cat. And then inhale, lift and open. Exhale. So you want your ankle in line with your hip here. So foot should be down on the floor if you can press the foot down. If not, you can lift the toes, but try to place that foot down. In. And exhale. 2 more times. Last one. Exhale through cat. So I guess that my dog's decided that it's playtime. You guys, can't you see I'm doing a yoga class here? I cannot play with you right now. Now come to your flat back. We're going to sit our hips back down towards our heel and come into a modified child's pose. So leg extended out, you're sitting back onto your heel. If that is not comfortable for you, you can stay up high, or sometimes it's nice to put a blanket behind the knee. Give it a little extra padding if you need to. And we're gonna let our upper body come all the way down. Now you can bring your bolster underneath you if you'd like, or you can use a block. So a lot of options with your props. Block under the forehead as well. And once you're here, you're going to begin to settle in and surrender to the pose. So just take some deep breaths here. Feel your hips opening, shoulders relaxed. Take one more deep breath in. On your exhale, come up halfway. We're going to do a threaded needle here in our child's pose. So take your left hand, thread it right towards your right leg, and then bring your head down onto your block or all the way to the mat. And your right arm is extended out. So your left palm is turned up. A little bit of a twist here. Allow your body to surrender here. One more deep breath in. And exhale, right hand comes back, press up, release the left hand, palms back onto your mat, come back up onto your knee. Let's draw the right leg in, and let's do a couple of just regular cat-cows here. So when we come into a nice deep stretch or a yin posture, we want to come back into a neutral place for our body before we move to the next side or onto the next pose. So when you're ready, let's take the left leg out to the side and take some rounds of cat-cow here. So inhale, cow, tip the tailbone up, Open the heart, lift the chin. Exhale, cat. Tuck the tailbone. Chin to chest, open the shoulder blades. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. I want you to do 2 more of these with your own breath cycle. So always try to take your time, making sure you breathe deeply. This is your opportunity to use your lungs, to fill your lungs with oxygen. Get those lungs healthy. Okay, come back to neutral. We're going to sit our hips back now. So sitting back onto the heel. Our left leg is still extended out to the side. Remember, you can put a blanket under your knee, behind your knee, or you can stay up a little higher if you want and just come onto your elbows. So remember your options. You have a bolster, blanket, or block for the forehead. Relax the elbows, soften in. Begin to surrender. Pay attention to your face. Are you clenching up your jaw? If you are, relax the jaw. Let the tongue softly suspend in your mouth. Let your shoulders relax. Let go of the neck tension. Breathe deeply into the back of the ribs. So we have 70% of our lungs on the back of our body. And each rib has an intercostal muscle that allows the ribs to open, expand, and contract. So we can really take deep breaths into our lungs. So focus your breath here on your back. Take one more deep breath in. And let's go ahead and come up halfway. This time we're going to take our right hand, bring it all the way underneath us. So we're twisting our shoulder to the left, so towards the left foot. Head can come down onto the block or all the way onto the floor. Left arm extended. Surrender into this twist here. And let's take one more deep breath in. On your exhale, lift the head, draw the left hand back in, release the right hand, come back up onto your knee and draw the left leg in. And go ahead and take a couple of rounds of normal cat-cow here. And if you like, you can add some hip sways or hip circles or some body rolls. So just move intuitively, however your body is asking to move. If you're going in circles, make sure that you move the other direction a few times as well. And when you are complete in your movement, we're going to go ahead and come on up to seated. So we're going to prepare for our next posture. We're going to come into revolved abdomen pose. So this one, you have a few options here. I'm going to demonstrate it with the blanket under my hips. So roll the blanket up a little bit so you have a little bit of a height here. Now you always have the option of using your bolster on your mat and your blanket between your knees, but I'm going to demonstrate on the blanket. So my left hip is coming up onto the blanket. Okay, hip, not the ribs, not the legs, my hip. I'll go ahead and use my bolster here between my knees. If you have a second blanket, and this bolster is a little big, but you can always use another blanket between your knees and your ankle. So make sure that it's coming all the way down to your ankle, so your whole leg is supported, okay? And I'm gonna come all the way down. I'm gonna bring a block behind me, okay? I'm gonna come all the way down onto my left side. My left arm is straight out in front of me. You can use a block here under your head if you'd like. I'm gonna bring my hands together. So my right hand's on top of my left hand. I'm going to open up. So we're gonna do this a few times. Inhale, open up. Now notice my shoulder opens. My hip did not move. My hips are stacked and steady. Only my upper body is moving. Exhale, bring it back around. Inhale, open up. Exhale, just starting to get the feel for your range of motion here. Inhale, let's go ahead and open all the way up this time. So drop your shoulder blades onto your mat. Arm could come all the way onto the mat, or you've got a block there. You can place the block under your arm or shoulder and open up the chest. Notice my hips didn't move. So this is a twist. Now, if you'd like, you can turn your head all the way over towards that right hand in completing the twist. So once you have come into your posture, just settle in. So always take the first few breaths to get yourself comfortable, take any movement that you need, and then try to surrender and find stillness. So we want our body to just melt like butter. So scan your body, look for any tightness, any clenching of muscles or tightening, and just breathe into that area. And then exhale, soften up. And we'll take one more deep breath in. On your exhale, start to let that right arm come all the way back around. Please take your time. Don't ever rush in your movement. Let your body come back to a neutral place. Let's bring our hands onto the floor. You can move your bolster or blanket between your knees. We're gonna roll, so bring your hands underneath you to press yourself up to your hands and knees. Any kind of movement here that feels good, move through it. Cat-cow, lengthen out the legs. And we're gonna come to the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just turn so you'll see the back side of what this looks like. All I'm gonna do is bring my left hip onto the bolster, blanket, pillow, whatever you have. I will go ahead and use this between my knees, even though it's a little big. Something smaller would probably be a little better for me anyway. All right, so set yourself up, block behind you for your arm, block under your head if you're going to use it. You're coming onto your shoulder. So my hips are stacked, my shoulders are stacked. If this is any pain in your shoulder, use your blankets, blocks, whatever you need to do to alleviate that pain or just come out of the pose. So if it doesn't work for you today, go ahead and skip it. So first I'm going to bring my palms together. I'm going to inhale and I'm going to open up. So hips stay steady. Don't move the hips. Open the arm. Exhale. Draw the left hand back towards the right. Inhale. Open up. And exhale. Inhale one more time. Open up. And exhale, close. Alrighty, this next one will open up and we're going to stay open. So I like to just kind of scooch my shoulder blades. I don't like a block under my head, but if that feels better to you, please use it. Open the shoulder blades, keep your hips stacked. My left elbow now is going to rest on the block if you'd like, or you can bring it all the way onto the floor, that's fine. As long as it feels okay to you, and as long as you can relax. Now the head can stay in a neutral place, or you can lift the head and turn it all the way over towards that left arm. So the arm's coming directly out of the shoulder. So you think of your arms like a letter T. Revolved abdomen pose. Start to surrender. Close your eyes. Relax your jaw. Deep breaths. In and out through the nose. Let's take one more deep breath. On your exhale, left hand sweeps back around, stacking your shoulders. Take a breath here. Go ahead and move your blanket or bolster between your knees. Bring your hands underneath you. Take your time. Engage your muscles as you move. Back to the hands and knees. If you'd like, you can take a quick child's pose here. Stretching out the low back after a twist is sometimes nice. It's just nice deep breaths here. Let's inhale, come back up, and we're going to move into our next pose. We'll need 2 blocks for this one, or a blanket or bolster. I'm going to demonstrate supported fish pose for you with your blocks. Now, if you choose, you can take your blocks and use a bolster instead. So you can always sit here, coming onto your bolster this way. Knees can stay bent or open up. Okay, that's optional, an option for you. If you're going to use your blocks, this will be a little more sensation for you today. We're going to stack them. So the first block's on your medium height here. And if you have a wider blocks, they work a little bit better. I have the very narrow ones, so they're a little bit less area for me to balance on. It's a little more tricky. So this is my spine, and my shoulder blades will drape over each side of this block. This block, a few inches away, will be the back of my head on this one, okay? So I'm gonna come in front of my block. I'm gonna start to lower down. I have to check the positioning of the block. Make sure it's at my mid back. Slowly articulate your spine onto the block. Then you'll see the back of my head will come on to this second block. Now my arms are coming onto the floor, palms up. My knees can stay bent just like this, or you can take butterfly with your legs here, opening the knees, or you can just straighten the legs out. Another option is to use your bolster or blanket underneath your knees to keep them bent a little bit. And you're just going to begin to relax here. Surrender deeply. If you're on the blocks, you're going to notice it is a little uncomfortable here on your spine. It's like a deep tissue massage. So think of it as a little acupressure. So good for you. Getting in between those shoulder blades where we carry so much tension and inflammation. So just breathe here, try to relax as much as you can. And then as you feel like your neck can sustain a little more, drop your block onto the next level and let your head drop back. So now my chin's lifted up, my neck is getting more of a stretch, my shoulders are relaxed and open, and I'm going to begin to settle in. So good for the posture. Rounding as we sit all day long, sitting, driving, sitting at a desk, using our devices. We're always rounding forward with our head jutting forward. So this is so good to help open up, reset the posture, get the body back in a healthy position. So I'll give you time here to enjoy this pose, settle in. Please remember, if you need to come out of a pose sooner, please listen to your body. In this one, just gently roll to your side, take your time, and rest on your side for a few breaths. Never rushing, never moving quickly. And let's take one more deep breath in. On your exhale, if your legs are straight, bend your knees first. So bring those knees in. Now I'm going to gently roll off my blocks. Come onto my side. Rest my head on my arm. If you have your blanket close by, you can go ahead and bring that between your knees. Taking a rest here in the fetal pose. Knees bent, head on the arm, tuck your chin. So that was just a really intense back bend. So we want to just let our spine come back to a neutral place. And when you feel ready, bring yourself up to seated. And you can go ahead and move your blocks out of the way. We're going to do one more fun pose tonight. This one you will want your strap for. Now, if you have a strap like mine, a yoga strap, mine's very long. So I'm going to loop it up. So I have my D-rings. Put the end of the strap through both D-rings. Okay, and then I'm going to open the D-rings like a little beak. And then I'm going to tuck the strap into the bottom ring. And then I have my big loop. So you want to start with it in a nice big loop. I know mine's really long, so I'm going to give it just a little bit of a more tightness. So we're moving into what's called the hammock pose next. So if you don't have a yoga strap like this that hooks on the end, then I'll show you what you can do instead of hammock pose. So all we're going to do is come onto our back. We're going to start with our right leg into the strap. So if you don't have a looped strap, just come here and take a nice hamstring stretch. So just flex your toe. You can straighten the other leg out and just draw that leg in. So this is a great place to be. If you'd like to move into your hammock pose, I'm going to make sure that my buckle is between my foot and head so I don't have it on my head. I'm going to lift my head, place the strap around the back of my skull, make sure that it's on the skull, not down on the neck. We don't want it down here. We want it up here. So I like to tuck it behind my ears so it stays put. And then you're going to let your foot press into the strap. You're going to let your head hang heavy. Just let it relax here. Your left knee can stay bent. You're going to relax your hands onto the floor. Relax your shoulders. You can straighten the other leg if you'd like. And then if you need a little bit less, if your strap's really short, bend your knee a little bit. If you're really tight in your hamstring. If you feel like you need more sensation, go ahead and give that strap a nice little tighten it up a little bit so you can draw the leg a little bit closer in. And we'll just take a few breaths here. So you're welcome to find stillness and stay steady, or you can start out a little bit if you want to do a little bit of a sway. Nothing too crazy, just go easy. And we'll begin. So just take your time here. I have several breaths in this pose, so relax and enjoy the traction that you're getting in your neck and the nice hamstring stretch here on the back of your leg. One more deep breath in. On your exhale, reach up, hold your strap. A couple of ways you can transition this. You can take it off your head if you want, but I just bring my left foot in and remove my right foot. Start with your knee bent and then check in on this side if you want to tighten it up or loosen it. Make sure that your toes and your knee is facing directly towards you. Again, let those arms come out and relax. Let the foot relax. Let your head hang heavy. And then you can extend the right leg out if you want. So the hardest part is getting it to stay on your head sometimes. But we definitely don't want to pull it around our neck. So keep it on your skull. And again, you can take a gentle swaying with the leg, or maybe finding a spot to hold that feels good. So bring those knees into your chest. Little movement here. Massage your low back. And then bring your feet down. You can either keep your knees bent, walk your feet a little wider and drop your knees together. Relax your arms onto the floor, palms turn up. Or you can lengthen your legs out. Let your toes flop open, so legs a little wide, arms wide. And here, if you have an eye pillow, you can place it over your eyes or an eye cloth. So again, surrendering, just allowing the whole body to relax. And we'll just take a few breaths here. And go ahead and decide if you'd like to take a little bit longer in your Shavasana. Take as much time as you need. If you're ready to complete practice, go ahead and bring those knees in, roll to your side, take a moment here. When you're ready, press into your hands to lift up and come into a seated position on your mat. Again, you can sit on your knees or easy pose here. And so remember that there's always a way to find joy in your life, even when you're passing through difficult times. So allowing the difficult times to shape and mold how you're going to turn out at the other end. All right, let's inhale, reach the arms up. Bring the palms together, exhale to your heart. And one more time, inhale, joy. Exhale, bring it into your heart center. Thank you for joining me in your practice today. Namaste.